The major selling point for Tryp for several months is that Tryp will let you keep 100% of your fare. Tryp, it turns out, lied.
Xbox, Twitter, Uber,
Postmates,
Netflix, MoviePass,
Google,
eBay,
DoorDash,
Apple, Amazon, Airbnb,
The Apptrepreneur. Hey everyone, this is Kevin the Apptrepreneur, and I have not made a video about Tryp in a while, even though they technically launched on Friday, although the launch is a very dubious launch indeed. I am working on a video. It's going to be a fairly comprehensive video. It'll be up Monday or Tuesday. However, I want to talk about this one particular aspect of Tryp because someone shared with me this screenshot on Tryp's Instagram account. And for the record, I need to state up front, I don't dislike the people at Tryp. I have had meetings with them. They strike me as nice people, but I've always been a little skeptical about their business model. And they have always encouraged me to call them out when I see a problem. And boy, oh boy, have I found a major, major problem with the whole premise of Tryp in general. However, before we talk about any of that, let's have a word from our sponsors. Times are changing for gig workers and the gig economy, and there are a lot more gigs from a lot more companies than there used to be. That's why when people ask me where they can go to find resources for the gig economy, I recommend gigworker.com. At this site, you can see what other gig workers are doing and discover better opportunities from industries, companies, resources, and even a forum where you can talk with other people in the gig economy. Gigworker.com is a great resource site whether you work for Uber, Lyft, Postmates, DoorDash, TaxRabbit, Thumbtack, Upwork, whatever. There's a gig for you and there's a forum for you on gigworker.com. Gigworker.com for all your gigs. And on a side note, I just want to add that Jonathan, who works for Gig Worker and who has been a very good sponsor in working with me for several months now, is the one who actually wrote to me recommending that I talk about this. So just to let you know, Jonathan, yes, you did share something that I didn't know at the time, and now I'm making the video. But let's get into the whole Tryp premise again, because let me explain what the basics of Tryp is. Now, I'm not going to get into whether it's an MLM, a pyramid scheme, legitimate rideshare, your own business. That's for another video. That's for another time. But the basic premise of Tryp is that for a monthly fee, you get access to the Tryp platform. And you, as a driver, can take rides. And when you do that, you keep 100% of the fare, and you can recruit people. And as you recruit people, their referrals become your referrals, and you make more money. That's the basic gist of Tryp. However, whenever they've been asked about what makes Tryp different from Uber and Lyft, they've always said one thing consistently, and it's admittingly a very, very good selling point. With Tryp, you get 100% of the fares. Pretty compelling argument, especially when Uber and Lyft can easily take 80% depending on what mood they're in. And yet, I saw another UberTubers video who gave a Tryp ride, and I'm not going to name who the person is because honestly, I like this person and I don't want there to be bad blood. And they talked about the fare. It was something about $45, $50, something like that. And of that ride, they showed that Tryp only took $1.95, which, that creates a big problem because it was like, wait a minute, what happened to 100% of fare? Well, maybe that was a mistake. And I was originally going to use that video, but then, like I said, Jonathan shared with me this screenshot from their Instagram page, which they're under Legacy Rideshare, except they spelled ride with a Y, so, really cute. And here they have some examples on what the passenger pays and what the driver receives. Now, with Uber, they say that the passenger will pay $55 and the driver will receive $29. From someone who's been covering Uber for a long time, this sounds very justifiable. Lyft, they're giving a little bit more leeway to. They say the passenger will pay $50 while the driver will receive $31. Again, that sounds about in line. I don't know why they're giving Lyft a little bit more leeway than Uber when Lyft is just as bad, and they probably, you'll get paid a lot less on Lyft because of the rate cuts, but whatever. And then Tryp, it says the passenger pays $44. The driver receives $42. Wow, that's a big difference. Which do you prefer? Well, here's the thing. If you're going to word it like that, clearly I would prefer Tryp. If I only have to pay $2 measly to, to Tryp, then hey, that sounds good. That sounds excellent. That sounds like a great service. Sign me up. Here's the problem though. Tryp, I must stress, has emphasized over and over again that drivers receive 100% of the fare. 100%. That has been what they have been claiming since day one, which begs the question, where did this $2 come from? Now, some of you are probably going to point out, hey, Kevin, really, you got to lighten up a little bit. It's just $2. Yeah, it's $2 now. But I've been through this before. This is the problem when you've got a company who's trying to treat the workers as friends. Because there is a saying like, we're friends until we're not friends anymore. When MoviePass wanted to, spread their wings and have like more than 3 million users so that they could like try to bully the movie theaters into giving them a cut of the concessions, they were more than happy to give you a movie a day, $10 a month. Basically less, just a little more than $1 per movie. And then when that, no, not even $1 a movie, less than $1 a movie now that I think about it. But when people started using too much and MoviePass didn't get their way, okay, $20, 3 movies a month, and they're limited to whatever movies we want to pick for you. Happens. What about Uber? Hey, come drive for us. We'll give you like a $700 bonus, and you get to keep all your fare. We just ask for a 10% cut. Yeah, sounds reasonable. Sounds perfectly fine. We tell people how great it is to drive for Uber, and then eventually Lyft. And then at one point, Uber's like, oh, by the way, you're not going to be paid $3 a mile anymore. You're going to get paid 50 cents a mile. The bonuses are going away, and our cut is like 50 to 80%, whatever we feel like it, to be honest. And the booking fee, which you didn't get anything of anyway, keeps going up, and whenever we raise that, people are less likely to tip. But, we're also being generous because we didn't allow you to get tipped before, and now we're allowing you to get tipped. Again, we're friends until we aren't. Tryp sold themselves on, hey, you keep 100% of the fare. You keep 100% of the fare. And they're already going back on it. It's only $2. I know. $2, not a big deal in the long run. But no, absolutely not. And it wasn't a fluke on this driver's channel. It's on their Instagram page that they are actually advertising lower fares than Uber and Lyft. By the way, we still don't know what the rates are for Tryp because, to my knowledge, regular passengers can't actually hail a Tryp yet. And here's the thing. The 100% fare thing was what was promised for, like, hey, we're not making money off the rides. We are making money off the monthly fee, which is $250, or it could be as low as $70. There's like a little variable there. And it's like, hey, you'll pay us this money. That's where we're making the money. And I've sat in the room with the CEO, the COO, the marketers. They said, we have this figured out. They looked at me, at Peterson, at your personal driver, at Dave the Uber slave. They looked at all of us and they said, we have this figured out. And we will never charge the driver a fee for the rides. You know, and we will do it this way, and we will beat Uber and Lyft this way. And look, like a day or two after launch, there's a $2 fee. And who knows, is it a flat $2 fee? Is it a percentage of the ride? It doesn't matter. They advertised no fee. The drivers will keep 100% of the fare. You know, there's a guy out there. I won't name his name because I don't personally have a beef with him other than the fact that he's super enthusiastic about Tryp. And he said that he would challenge the UberTubers to have a live discussion about MLMs, about pyramid schemes, how does the insurance work, what are the fares. And here's the thing, to that person, I don't personally want you in the room. However, I do want your CEO to come on my channel, and I want him to explain this. I want him to explain what happened to the drivers get 100% of the fares. 100%. That means if I get $5, 5 poker chips, I keep all of them. You know what just happened? They just took one. It's not 100% of the fares anymore. You SOBs. I want you to come on this channel and I want you to explain to people why you built this company. You got everyone's excitement up over a lie. A lie. And to the CEO of Tryp, I mean, I think I still got your email, so I'll probably be emailing you personally soon. But yeah, I want you to come on the channel alone to explain this. You're a big boy. You can answer a few questions, I think, and then we'll also ask about some other questions that everyone swears there's miscommunications out. But no, this is, you know, I've pretty much tried to remain neutral on Tryp, saying it doesn't sound great to me, but I'm optimistic. Hopefully it will be a good thing. No. Guys, you know what? They said 100%, the fares are yours. We won't take anything. Now they're taking $2. And who knows? In a few months, maybe it's 5. Maybe it's 10. Maybe at some point, you're paying them so that they can take the 50 to 80% that Uber takes from you. And you know what? Uber and Lyft don't ask for money up front to do that. They don't. So, yeah. That's where I'm going to leave this one. Clearly, I would like to know what all of you folks think about it. So, comment below, like, favorite, share, subscribe. If you enjoy my videos, consider becoming a Patreon member. If gas prices are getting just a little down, check out the Get Upside app below. It's totally free, but you get cash back on every gas purchase. If you want more videos from me that's not rideshare related, check us out at Kevin T. Rodriguez, the Apptrepreneur Vlogs, and Autograph Hound YouTube channels. And finally, if you want to talk to me or other fellow rideshare drivers, check us out at the Apptrepreneur Hangouts on Facebook. As always, flame responsibly. I really look forward to hearing from anyone from Tryp after this one.